Well, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. My name is State Representative Ryan Spain. I represent the 73rd District. The reason we're here today in the final days of session is to urge our colleagues in both the House and the Senate to say no, to vote no to the J.B. Pritzker Power Plan. This is part two of J.B. Pritzker's Power Plan, and the first version of it didn't go well. And we believe very strongly that the second version of it will not go well either. Hundreds of pages of legislative text were dropped over the weekend, I think some 600 pages that we've been reviewing. And the bottom line is that the Pritzker Power Plan is bad for job creators, bad for families, bad for taxpayers and ratepayers. So let's talk about why. Number one, for job creators, the legislative text that was introduced as part of SURJA and was just discussed outside of the Capitol with a real sense of audacity that I found to be incredible, requires large developments to bring your own power. And while the environmental advocates describe this as a way to curb the proliferation of data centers, the fact is that the requirements of bringing your own power will not just affect data centers, which are important investments for great jobs in communities throughout the state, but they'll affect typical manufacturing plants as well, providing an even more chilling impact on economic development in the state of Illinois. So the requirement for large new power users would be that if you cannot bring your own power and you exceed a usage of 25 megawatts, you will then be penalized and pay a 6x pricing increase. Again, further chilling the economic development opportunities in a state that is already lagging behind all of our neighbors and consistently performs poorly in economic development. So that's the first part on job creators. Number two is the impact on families. Residential customers will have already been suffering under the poor energy policies of Governor J.B. Pritzker. And as we show you here, it's about to get worse, especially for the summer for folks living downstate, but in all parts of the state. Recent capacity auctions have shown us that our poor energy policies, stifling power generation, are translating into huge price spikes for families across the state of Illinois. What does this bill do for families? Well, two things. It puts some very comforting language mandates in everyone's monthly power bill that says, your bill has increased this month due to increased capacity prices resulting from MISO and PJM auctions. Clear? I think that will be of great comfort to all of our constituents who are paying at least 20% more on their energy bills throughout the summer. This legislation, as drafted, also creates the enablement of residential surge pricing for power usage. Imagine now that we're going to have governmental price controls and time constraints applied to your home for residential surge pricing. It's a terrible idea. The final impact, though, is what hits on ratepayers and taxpayers throughout the state of Illinois. Because at its core, among many other different things in this energy package, is battery storage, is one of the critical issues that advocates say they are bringing forward. This legislation requires 9 gigawatts in required procurement for energy storage through batteries. 9 gigawatts may be a hard number to get your arms around, but $15 billion in cost to ratepayers may be something that could resonate with you a little bit more. This is a terrible policy. If Illinois wants to be a leader in battery storage, we should do what the state of Texas does, which is allow for generation to take place, for economic development to be successful. And in the state of Texas, which is the second largest state for battery storage in the country, they offer absolutely zero state incentives to facilitate the investment in battery storage. If we could have a state that really thought about economic growth and helping our hardworking families and job creators, we could see the same type of results. So I hope that colleagues in the Illinois General Assembly will join business leaders, labor leaders, common sense folks across the state and oppose the J.B. Pritzker Power Plan.